/weather.
MPs are launching 3 new inquiries into the impact of COVID-19 on Black, Asian and minority ethnic groups. And comedian Omid Djalili is fronting a campaign to get people from those backgrounds to take part in trials to find out why ethnic minorities are more at risk from COVID-19. And he joins us now. Very good morning to you.
Good morning, Piers. Susanna. Amazing. It's great to be with you guys. How are you? Are you well?
Well, you know what? We're on a little journey. I think, like a lot of people through all this stuff, we're learning a lot. We're having a lot of debate. I think it's very interesting and it's good to have that debate. Where do you see all this going? With front pages of papers, with statues of slave owners being taken down? These are unprecedented scenes in this country. What do you make of it?
Yeah, they really are. I mean, I have to say the whole BAME issue is very interesting, because when I was asked to raise awareness about BAME people not coming forward to give themselves up for research, I didn't know what BAME actually meant. I thought it meant Black, Asian and Middle Eastern. I now realize it's actually Black, Asian and minority ethnic. So as someone from a Middle Eastern background, I don't even get a letter. I'm just in a bucket with the leftovers. You know, it's like if they say white people over there, Black people over there, Asian people over there, and like the rest of you just go and clean up. So it's an interesting time. And I think what's happening is that with COVID-19, there's a tremendous suffering going on right now. We're being forced to look at our fundamental oneness, which is why we're now looking at racism as, you know, in the same way a fever is a symbol, it's like a symptom of an illness. I think racism is also a terrible symptom of a larger problem, which is people's fundamental failure to recognize the principle of our oneness, which is why we're getting all this reaction right now. So
as a comedian, as a comedian, what do you make of this decision to remove Little Britain and Come Fly With Me from Netflix because it had David Walliams and Matt Lucas blacking up and so on? You yourself, I think, have blacked up before and you've whited up before. What's your take on this debate about whether we go back in time and expunge that kind of comedy?
And what's the difference?
The difference is, first of all, I was asked to come on here to talk about the BAME COVID-19 thing, and so this has been thrust upon me, but I'm happy to talk about it because I can tell you straight away that David Walliams and Matt Lucas are two of my very, very good friends. And it's interesting, we talk about Matt Lucas himself has said he wouldn't do a show like this. About 3 years ago, he said that. So it's really about your intention. And I think it was mentioned, the Black and White Minstrel show was around years ago and that was removed. It really is about us moving towards maturity. I think that, as Michelle Obama said, that we're all in the process of becoming. As Maya Angelou once said, you know, when you know better, you do better. So it's
but should the stuff that was made 15 years ago still be available to people, or should it be removed?
That's a difficult question to answer. I know that when my show, the Omid Djalili show, which was on BBC One back in 2007 to 2009, they're thinking about putting it on BritBox right now. And I've got like 17 apologies ready to go. But I did white up in one of those, three times I played women. I played a white middle-class multitasking mum from Richmond. And I think the difference is, there's me as Lynn Truss doing Apostrophes for Africa, which was a joke about white people being slightly patronizing towards Africans and trying to dole out help. The difference there is these white characters are an empowered group. So it's actually okay to make a comment on them. I think where we didn't like the Black and White Minstrels is that they were made fun of as people who were lazy, over-sexualized, and it's putting them in a particular bracket, which is why it's right that show was maybe taken off.
Yeah. It's about an imbalance of power, isn't it? And whether you're punching up or punching down.
Exactly.
It's not easy. It's not an easy argument.
I want to talk to you. As you said, you are part of this campaign. It's really important. It's all part of the bigger picture, why people from the BAME community are disproportionately affected by the COVID virus. Are you part of taking part in these trials? What do people do, and how is it going to improve understanding, do you think, and hope?
Yeah, I think that the main problem is that a lot of people from BAME backgrounds have not come forward. Historically, I think it's because given the option of, like, I'm a white doctor in a white coat, in a white room, in a white hospital, I'd like to do some experiments on you, most people say, no thanks. And I think there is an app called the Zoe app, where nearly 4 million people have signed up to put themselves forward for research. And we've just seen the latest numbers. The UK has a 13% BAME population, but less than 6% of people from BAME background have signed up. So there seems to be a disconnect.
Yeah.
And we need to find out why, because we had the Public Health England report came through.
Yeah.
We need some
We need answers.
Oh, we've got to leave it there, but we need answers.
I'm sorry for interrupting you.
No, we know the problem. We need answers. That's the point. I think I totally agree with you. Great to have you on the show. Thank you very much.